Okay. We have another resolution. There's a new mother.
Yeah,
in the
where's that baby? I want to see her.
I'll pull her out in a
Be
second.
very, very
If
quiet.
you don't want me to be loud, you better let me see her.
Accustomed to loud. It's good. It's good. Good evening, President Phelps, Dr. McDonald, members of the board. My name is Hoori Chalian, Coordinator of Intervention and Innovative Programs for this great district. Thank you for asking me to present this resolution in which you designate the month of April 2015 as Pasadena Unified School District Month of Commemoration of the Centennial Anniversary of the Armenian Genocide of 1915. Tonight, you honor a historic event in world history, the first genocide of the 20th century. An historic event that has changed the lives of millions of Armenians. However, this is not just history, but it is my story as well. My paternal grandfather, Asadur Chalian, was the sole, So my paternal grandfather, Asadur Chalian, was the sole survivor of the genocide of his family. He lost his mother and 3 siblings. But his is a story of survival. You see, he and my paternal grandmother had 5 children. They beget 14 grandchildren, of which I am the youngest.
And they have a great-grandchild.
They have 18 great-grandchildren.
Wow.
Jeepers.
Let's see here.
It might be good to show that the genocide didn't work.
So his is a story of survival.
Yeah.
A story that is repeated in countless family trees. Asadur Chalian not only survived, he thrived, and he helped others survive. And it was through his service to his community in his region that this spirit of survival continues. So as I said, I'm the youngest of his 14, and this is the youngest of his 18 great-grandchildren. Her name is Zabel. My husband and I wanted to pick a strong name for our daughter. One of the most prominent female figures in Armenian history is Zabel Yesayan. She was a feminist, an activist, a writer, and sadly, she was the only female that was on that blacklist for April 24th, 1915. She was arrested along with others, intellectual leaders of the community, but she survived. I'm going to give this. She survived by fleeing the police and escaping to Bulgaria. That's her story of survival. You see, the definition of genocide, and I'm going to read it to be specific, it's the deliberate and systematic extermination of a national, racial, political, or cultural group. That was the mission of the Ottoman Empire. 100 years later, I stand here before you and say, Turkey failed. And I shared with you Asadur Chalian's survival story and Zabel Yesayan's survival story as proof of that. But PUSD is a community filled with survivors. And tonight, PUSD's recommitment to genocide and human rights education honors the survival stories of all survivors in our district. In a recent communique to county and district superintendents and presidents of boards of education like yours, California Superintendent of Public Education Tom Torlakson reinforced the need to improve, and I quote, the quality and breadth of genocide education in our public schools, and he called on leadership to, quote, ensure that the treatment of the Armenian Genocide and other genocides are consistent with the state history and social science standards and frameworks and is historically accurate. Our state legislature has weighed in on this issue a number of times in the past, starting with the enactment of Assembly Bill 1273 in 1985 and continuing to the passage of Assembly Bill 1915 this year. As a result, California has been one of the national leaders in genocide and human rights education. I'm proud to share that PUSD's steadfast commitment to professional development and support for genocide education has been used as a model for other school districts locally. Moreover, PUSD's resolutions in recognition of the Armenian Genocide have served as strong examples for other local school districts and community colleges in recent years. I'm proud to be a part of this PUSD team whose leadership is taking the stand and recommitting itself to engaging teachers in robust discussions about best practices around teaching the subject of genocide and the most effective ways of communicating the important society themes that run through the continuum of genocides of modern history. And working collaboratively with the City of Pasadena Human Relations Commission to engage teachers in human rights education and to reaffirm your commitment, our commitment, to ensure that genocide studies remains an important part of the high school social studies curriculum. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for that background.
Mr. Solinsky.
I'd like to thank Hoori and her family for being with us and sharing her story. I would like to offer a motion to approve Resolution 2314.
I second that, and your daughter is beautiful.
You don't want to amend it and require her to come back to work sooner? No, sorry. All right. Little joke there. Look at Meg. Meg's like, yeah.
You look like you're holding up well, Hoori. I hope you're enjoying your time.
I do miss our team here, though.
Yeah,
I don't
I
think-
would say this is her first board meeting, but it's not. She's been at a bunch of them.
Thank you very much. I doubt there's any objection, so carries. Thank you very much. 6-0. Thank you for the personalizing it for us. Oh, we have a request for a look at the baby break. Is that okay with the board? A superintendent requested. I don't usually say no. Okay. He has 5 kids. That's right. Go ahead, sir.